2. Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application. Today in history, what happened today in history? Historical
calendar on this website, onthisday.com.
Yep, for links to the sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Ao Xander.
I am Justin. Oh, my bad.
I do got to get into the practice of figuring out like who's gonna go first in their introduction. So anyway, Sohen, you go first.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Sohen.
Yep. And Justin froze.
So, my bad.
There he is.
And I didn't hear him say his name, but my name's Justin. My bad. What's
All
up,
right.
guys?
Anyway, and of course, you viewer are you. Today is June 8th. Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, June 8th, 2023. Let's jump into the history today, shall we? Mr. Sohen, would you like to start us off?
65 Jews revolt against Rome, capturing fortress of Antonia in Jerusalem.
Ooh. Huh.
And 218, Elagabalus becomes the Emperor of Rome.
That's an interesting name. Elagabalus. Sounds like
Elagabalus.
it sounds like somebody drowning in yogurt. Elagabalus.
And 452, Italy is invaded by Attila the Hun.
Dang! He made it all the way over to Italy? Crazy. Oh.
I am Italy.
Genghis Congo.
Mr. Justin, do you want to take a turn?
Sure. In 793, Vikings and long ships from modern-day Norway plunder St. Cuthbert's monastery on Lindsfarne Island of the northeast coast of England, capturing and killing monks. Dang, poor monks.
Yeah. And you got the Siege of Acre here, and I think this is actually like right after the events of the movie of Kingdom of Heaven. So
Let's see. And
The Third Crusades.
oh
Yes.
boy, it's so bright out today. This is a bad time to be out and doing this. Oh, let's see.
well, if you
Okay.
want, you can surrender your turn until you get into a shaded area or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pass it for now, then. Why not?
All right, let's move on up here to Siege of Acre in 1191. King Richard I of England arrived at Acre in modern-day Israel to join the Siege of Acre during the Third Crusade. All right, cool. Then we got the execution of Scrope and Mulberry, 1405. Richard Lee Scrope, Archbishop of York, and Thomas Mulberry, Earl of Norfolk, were executed in York on the King of England, Henry IV's orders. Huh. Dang. These Henrys are bloodthirsty, aren't they? And then we got 1551. Pope Julius III excommunicated the Duke of Parma, Ottavio Farnese. Dang.
I bet he ain't going on a shooting spree.
Huh. Anyway, back to you, Mr. Sohen.
If you get the reference.
No, I don't.
On with excommunicado.
Ah.
And he got executed. The Duke of Parma got excommunicated. He didn't go shooting.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, 1632, Frederick Henry, Prince of Orange, conquers Dillard in the Netherlands.
Oh, there's that. He's trying to be a pencil head. This guy again. So, but nobody will ever beat the actual pencil head. There's one here in 1694 that raised an eyebrow here.
1694, English troops attack Brest. 300 killed.
Dang. That's literally like the personification of calm your tits. Like, they attacked Brest. They're attacking boobies. Oh no.
And 1779, Admiral Horatio Nelson and Captain Thomas Hardy on HMS Torodront set sail against Spanish fleet.
Ah, look at that! Look at that captain or that admiral. Like he has so many badges. So,
Look at that name, Horatio Nelson.
yeah, that commands respect. 1783, the Laki volcano in southern Iceland began an 8th-month eruption, killing 10,000 people and causing widespread famines throughout Asia and Europe. Yikes. Oh. Then 3 years later, 1786, commercially made ice cream first advertised Mr. Hall in New York City. Ice cream! I scream, you scream, we all scream for the existential crisis of life that is perpetually going forward and there's no way to stop it. That's a reason to scream right there. Anyway, I'm going to move on up here to 1789. James Madison introduced a proposed Bill of Rights in the U.S. House of Representatives. Huh. All right. And 1809, William Hyde Wollaston invented the first reflective goniometer. What is that? Let's take a look. Reflective goniometer. It's a measurement instrument. Here we go. It is an instrument of far greater precision and is used for the accurate measurement of the angles when small crystals and smooth faces are available. Such faces reflect sharply defined images of a bright object. Okay, that doesn't narrow it down for me. What does it look like? Actually, hold on a second. Let's go into, is there images? There we go. Oh, okay. That doesn't help me at all. Okay, well, I'm just gonna add this into the underbar of the description post show. If anybody's interested in this tool, yeah, there you go. Anyway, Mr. Sohan, let's get back to you here. 1812.
Sure. 1812. Robert Jenkinson becomes Prime Minister of the United Kingdom after Spencer Perceval's assassination. Yeah, it don't even look like an assassination. Look, he fainted.
The British are like, oh!
Oh, someone get him a fucking bite.
Get the smelling salts. But there's the one right after that in 1815. That's interesting.
1815. 39 German states unite under the Act of Confederation.
Ooh, German unification. Watch out.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Fucking Confederacy.
Yeah.
I read the Germans talk with the southern accent.
Well, yeah, like the Nazis hated the blacks just as much as Southerners did. So, yeah. I mean, they were a leftist organization, you know. So, anyway, two years later, 1817. That's also interesting.
1817, an uprising involving 300 workers in the English town of Henrik begins, but is quashed almost immediately.
Yikes!
We gonna start shit.
No, you're not.
Look at their pay. We're going back to work.
We're going back to work. But yo, boom, boom, boom. 1824. Directly after that, as well, is pretty cool.
34.
24.
24. 1824, washing machine patented by Noah Kirsten of Quebec.
Ooh. So 1824, washing machine. Let's see what it looked like. Ah, all right. Yeah, it's still hand operated. The good old like mangle and washboard. But it's funny. There's many years ago, family and I went out to Temecula, and there's like they had a couple. It wasn't really a museum, but they had a couple like antique like things, including but not limited to like washing machine stuff. And it was funny. My mom's all like, "Hey, I used that when I was a kid," and I'm like, "Whoa." Not this exact
the old
one.
washing machine with the dryer thing at the top.
The squeeze thing at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, the little flat rolling thing.
Yeah, this one. Anyway, let's move on up here. 1829, the first United Kingdom municipal swimming pool outside of London opened in Liverpool. Oh, I wonder if they filled it with liver. Well, that would have been fitting. Oh. I'm moving on up to 1861. During the American Civil War, Tennessee voted to secede from the Union. Oh, Tennessee, my home state. Come on, man.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Idiots.
While that was happening, 1861 as well, the U.S. Sanitary Commission was given executive approval. What is that? U.S. Sanitary Commission. So let's look that up here. It says here, the United States Sanitary Commission was a private relief agency created by federal legislation on June 18, 1861, to support sick and wounded soldiers of the U.S. Army during the American Civil War. All right. That's pretty cool.
Sound like the first veterans.
Not really. It's more of a field medics and such, like keeping things kind of relatively sanitary and such when they're sawing your leg off, you know.
And while they're giving you a pint of whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
And then let's see here, 1872, the U.S. Congress endorsed the penny postcard. Huh, cool. All right. Anyway, let's move on up here to, let's skip this one. Let's go to 1887, Mr. Sohen.
I was not going to cut anyone off, but I'm ready whenever y'all are.
All right.
Wait, what year?
1887.
So I can wait till after.
Let's go to Justin here. Let's
Sure.
So Justin, do you want to take 1887 if you don't mind?
1887, Herman Hallerith receives a patent for his punch calendar calculator.
Punch card calculator. This sounds like a predecessor towards the punch cards computers. Let's take a look at this. Punch card calculator. What was that? 1887? Actually, 100 years before I was born. Oh wow, look at that. So they put in the punch cards and then it calculates. Analog computer. That's cool. Oh. What else do we have? 1889.
In 1889, cable cars begin service in Los Angeles. Wow, that's a nice chair.
Huh, cool. And then 1892.
And then in 1892, U.S. Shoemaker Homer A. Plessy refuses to go to in segregated R car. U.S. Supreme Court Plessy versus Ferguson.
Ah. All right.
Railroad car.
Wow. So like civil rights movement before the civil rights movement. Look at that.
Wow.
So I'm gonna try something new today. I want to remind people, please go in the underbar of the description below for any links you may find interesting. We are going to be doing a split here before we enter 1900. So let's see here. Badoop. All right. Welcome back to This Day in History. Just want to remind you guys that every cool, interesting links are down in the underbar of the description below. I really have got to... I should have streamlined this process before just going into it. Anyway, Mr. Sowen, do you want to start us off here in 1905?
1905, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt sent identical notes to Japan and Russia, urging them to negotiate in hostilities, offering his personal services, aka challenged them both to a fight.
Huh. Dang.
Now y'all got a common enemy.
Yeah. And let's see here, 1912, Carl.
1912, Carl Maine incorporates Universal Pictures.
Ooh.
I can thank you for the Frankenstein movie and Dracula.
Yep. And then we got one here in 1920.
And well, most of the Universal monsters anyway. 1920, Red Roche falls asleep in center during long infield argument. Heinley goes to wake him, but umpire ejects Roche for a delay of game.
Wow.
I mean, if y'all will fucking hurry the hell up.
Yeah, like, what are you doing falling asleep at a game? Oh. Let's see here. What do we have here? 1928, the first U.S. to Australia flight landed in Sir Charles Kingford. Cool. And then 1933, A's first baseman Jimmy Fox hit 3 consecutive home runs as Philadelphia outscored New York Yankees 14-10. 4 straight home runs after Fox had homered last time up the previous day.
Good.
All right.
I took down the Yankees.
Yeah. Let's see here. 1937, world's largest flower bloomed in New York Botanical Garden. 12 foot. Kakia lily. Whoa. 12 feet? Like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. What year was that? 1937? 1937. I'm trying to find this. Like, I guess it was 12 feet tall, not 12 feet in diameter? Question mark?
Type in calla lily.
World's largest flower ever.
Oh, now type in calla lily.
Calla lily. All right, calla lily. Yeah, I have calla lilies.
Okay.
Largest flower. Calla lily, largest flower. I'm not getting anything. Okay, well this is pretty big. Although that looks like 12 inches, but 1 hash is feet, not inches. But that's still a pretty big flower. Anyway, let's move on up here. Mr. Justin, are you there?
Okay.
Okay. You're all robot-y. Anyway, let's go back to SOAN here now. Oh, there you are. Do you want to take 1938, Mr. Justin?
Yeah, sure. All right. In 1938, okay, yeah, I can't really see that.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me change my stream quality here. Keep forgetting about that. So many things that I gotta do. Dang.
Yeah. A local school discovers fossils of an unknown robust type human ancestor later named Artemis robustus by Robert Broom at Cromdery River Valley in South Africa.
I don't know where you're at, but you are like majorly lagging there. So, like maybe you need to go outside or something. I don't know. So, and if you don't mind, would you reread that, please? 1938.
Guard ambulance and a local school boy discovers fossil of an unknown robust type human ancestor later named Artondopus ramabus by Robert Broom and from the Bank River in South Africa.
All right. Let's see. Ooh. Paranthropus robustius. No, yeah, robustus. Huh.
She makes me laugh. Broom. Broom.
What else do we have? 1940, the second one.
1940. Discovery of element 93. Neptunium announced.
Neptunium. Huh. For a second, I thought you were trying to say nepotism. I'm like, what?
And 1941, British and French troops overthrow pro-German Syria.
Ooh. Syria. Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got.
They had North Africa on lock.
Ah.
Germans.
Yep. But then the first 1944.
Also in 1944, first SS Panzer Corps counterattacks at Normandy.
Yep. D-Day +1. Oh.
Need.
And why don't you take
rid of those panzers.
Why don't you take this next 1944 as well, just to wrap up D-Day?
Also, 1944, Allies occupied port invested in Normandy.
Ooh. Now, where is that? Let's take a look at that
Normandy.
here. Well, of course it's in Normandy. But I wanted to see exactly where. Oh, Omaha Beach. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's move on up here to 1948. Actually, no, 1944. Whoops, there's another one. General Montgomery lands in Normandy, sets up headquarters in Chateau de Creuilly. All right. Anyway, now we're moving on up into 1988. John Rudder became the first black commissioned officer in the U.S. Marines. Nice. So, really cool.
Yes.
1 year later, 1949, 1984 published. Secker and Weilberg published George Orwell's seminal novel 1984, set in the totalitarian state of Oceania. Or, in more appropriate terms, set in modern day world. Everything's a Big Brother, George Orwellian nightmare world that we're living in right now. But then, while that was happening, 1949 as well, Siam changed their name to Thailand. All right. So yeah, anybody who watched The King and I or know of it, you know, the Kingdom of Siam, it's still around. It's known today as Thailand, though. So anyway, back to Mr. Sohen. We have a 1950 here, the third one, sir.
Sure. Sir Thomas of 1950. Sir Thomas Langley becomes the only field marshal in Australian history.
Ooh. All right.
Until he had a war with the rules.
Yeah.
So he
No,
didn't have no war.
not with the kangaroos, with the emus. Oh. But there's 1953, the first one.
1953, cluster of 6 tornadoes touched down in Flint, Michigan, killing 113. Damn.
Dang.
God was messing with Michigan before the Democrats.
Yeah, and like Flint, Michigan, isn't that like where
The
all
water
that
is so
storm-
horrible.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, you got some baseball history here.
Sure. 1955, MLB Brooklyn Dodgers option pitcher and future Baseball Hall of Fame manager Tommy Lasorda to make room on roster for future Hall of Fame pitcher Sandy Koufax.
Ooh. Good old Sandy Koufax. Oh. What else do we have? 1956, second one.
I could do both.
Okay.
1956, Lim Yen Hock forms Singapore government.
All right.
And 1956, Richard B. Fitzgibbon Jr. killed in another USAF airman in Vietnam, becoming the first American killed in the Vietnam War.
Now,
With a fucking name like that, I would have shot him.
yeah. Now, that contradicts what I have been educated about. The first U.S. casualty, first U.S. not casualty, first KIA U.S. soldier in Vietnam, from what I have been told, was actually some guy who was yelling French at the NVA, which, of course, like France was the...
Maybe he was the one yelling French.
Maybe he was yelling French. I don't know. But he was shot. He was shot and killed by the North Vietnamese, by a North Vietnamese army soldier or something, because they were fighting against the French. The French owned Vietnam, and the whole Vietnam War and stuff started after, shortly after France collapsed in World War II. They're just like, hey, the country that owns us doesn't even exist, so why are we still paying them taxes? So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on up to 1959. The first official missile mail landed in Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, we did temporarily send mail via missiles. Although I don't know how that would work out because, it's a missile.
You have mail.
You've got mail. Open the window. And a missile just comes in and wrecks the TV. Anyway, what else do we have here? 1959 as well. X-15 made first unpowered flight from a B-52 at 11,500 meters. All right. X-15 was an experimental aircraft, and I believe that's the aircraft that actually did eventually break the sound barrier. Yeah. It is, and it says unpowered flight because they actually, like, as it said, from a B-52, they had it strapped to the underbelly of a former World War II bomber to bring it up in altitude, and then they let it go to, I guess, glide for now, because this is an unpowered flight. Anyway, moving on up to 1960, Argentine government demand the release of Adolf Eichmann. Huh.
No, thank you.
Yeah, what the hell, Argentina? So, anyway, let's go back to you, Mr. Sohen, 1962.
Sure, 1962. Jim Betty runs world record 2-mile, 8 hour, 29.8 seconds.
Yep, 8 minutes, 29.8 seconds. So, and now since then we have had people break the 4-minute mile. So theoretically you can do that in under 8 minutes, 2 miles. But I still thought that was a pretty cool thing to put in the show. We got another 1963, the third one. Actually, the second one.
Into both.
Okay.
1963, 95th Belmont, Rio, Brazil, aboard Chateauguay wins in 2 minutes, 30.2 seconds.
Huh. All right.
Impressive. Also, 1963, American Heart Association is first agency to campaign against cigarettes.
Ah. All right. What else do we have here? 1965, U.S. troops ordered to fight offensively in Vietnam. Ah. What else do we have? 1966, NFL and AFL announced merger plans, one league with 2 divisions, NFC and AFC, starting in 1970. So the National Football League and American Football League merging into the National Football League for National Football Champion and American Football Champion? Or what is NFC and AFC? So, Ed?
American National League and American League.
NFC, oh, that's something else. Football. Let's see.
NFC is North American.
National Football Conference, okay.
Yeah, no.
And the American Football Conference. All right, I get it now. Then 1966, Topeka, Kansas was devastated by a tornado that registered as an F5 on the Fujita scale, the first to exceed $100 million in damages. 16 people were killed, hundreds more were injured, and thousands of homes were damaged or destroyed. Yikes.
God was trying to look for that little girl and her dog.
Huh. Toto, where? Remember that video I have of, like, the little dog, like, just falling off the stage?
And see it.
Remind me that I need to show it to you. So, anyway, I'm going to be doing another split here. So I want to remind people, please check the underbar of the description for every link imaginable involving OMNI Coalition and our affiliates, and any links that we have collected thus far that currently in the live stream are not there, but they will be post-show. So anyway, bloop. Badoop. Welcome to part 3 of today's TDH. We are not going to be doing this split again until next week and when I figure everything else out. But anyway, I'm just going to go with it today. Just want to remind everybody, please check the underbar of the description below for all links. And let's move on up here. Mr. Stowen, do you want to continue this off in 1967? The first one, or the only one, I guess.
1967, Israel attacks USS Liberty in Mediterranean, killing 34 U.S. crewmen.
Yikes. Once
It's the
again,
Holocaust.
I keep trying to tell people, Israel is an aggressive imperialist nation. And they will kill and attack whoever, and they don't care because they can get away with it. So, but anyway, you got something in 1968, just 1 year later.
Yep. 1968, Bermuda adopts its constitution.
Bermuda, Bahama, all the pretty mama. Da, 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 da. But what we also have one here, 1968. Where is it? Dawn. Why don't I? Oh yeah, here we go. The baseball record.
1968, Don Drysdale pitches a record 58 consecutive scoreless innings.
Ah, cool. It's impressive. Oh. And then another 1968, the one under James Earl Ray captured, the first one. So ahead.
Huh?
1968, the one under James Earl Ray captured.
Okay. Under.
Yeah, after it.
1968, new colonial constitution for Bermuda adopted.
Ah, all right. Didn't we just talk about Bermuda?
Yes.
So that was what? Like actually, that's the same exact day. So it's the same thing. Bermuda adopts its constitution. New colonial constitution for Bermuda adopted. Okay, well I get. They said the same thing twice. What the hell? That's weird. I'm gonna get rid of that little discrepancy. Anyway, we're gonna move on up into 1968 as well. We're stuck in 68. The body of assassinated U.S. Senator Robert F. Kennedy was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery. Rest in peace, my friend. Well, not my friend, but you know what I mean. Rest in peace, guy. 1969, General Franco closed Spain's borders frontier with Gibraltar, or closed Spain's frontier with Gibraltar, which I know the Rock of Gibraltar is in southern Spain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I wonder what that means. Close Spain's frontier with Gibraltar. You know, I'm going to look this up here really quick just to see if I can get a brief synopsis of what that actually means. It will be recalled that on 8th of June 1969, General Franco closed the land border between Gibraltar and Spain. This was part of a two-pronged approach on Gibraltar. The first was a campaign against the United Kingdom at the United Nations, and the second, direct action against Gibraltar and its people on the ground. Huh. All right. So I'm going to add this link in the underbar of the description below. Post-show, of course. So, let's see here. We have 1969 as well. Guitarist Brian Jones was asked to leave the Rolling Stones, replaced by Mick Taylor. Huh. All right. Let's go back to you, Mr. Sohan. You got a Mickey Mantle Day, 1969.
1969, MLB legend Mickey Mantle gives his farewell retirement speech during Mickey Mantle Day at Yankee Stadium. 60,096 people see number 7 retired.
Is that the one where the guy's up on the podium and saying that he considers himself the luckiest man on earth?
I think. I don't know.
All right. Let's see here. Another 1969. The one right after, actually. The last 69.
1969, Nixon says 25,000 troops would leave Vietnam by the end of August.
I wonder if he made well on that promise. Oh. Going to move on up to 1970. Major League Baseball Players Union and Management in labor dispute, raising minimum salary to $12,000. All right. $12,000 a year? Not bad back in, well, actually, what, 12,000 a game? 12,000 what? What's the minimum salary? Like, 1971, North Vietnam demands U.S. end aid to South Vietnam. Yeah. Well, we're kind of at war with you, NVA, so, well, we were back then, at least. And then, 1974, keyboardist Rick Wakeman quit rock group Yes for the first time. Apparently, he did it multiple times. What?
You said yes, I said no!
No! We got another 74 here. U.S. and Saudi Arabia signed military economic contract. All right.
Oh, sound good.
No, it sounds like something involving the Soviet Union. Because remember, we were out in the Middle East and we were fighting a proxy war with the Soviets out in Afghanistan, and that's how Al Qaeda and ISIS and all these things like started. We actually started them. Well, let's go on up to 1977, a baseball record for you, Mr. Sohan.
So, 1967?
77.
Okay. 1977. MLB California Angels pitcher Nolan Ryan notches his fourth career 19 strikeout game in 10 inning 2-1 win over visiting Toronto Blue Jays.
All right. What else do we have here? 1978, Nevada. Where is that? Oh, here we go.
1978, Nevada jury rules Howard Hughes' Mormon will is a forgery.
Huh. Wonder what that was all about. Oh. See, Howard Hughes' Mormon will. Let's take a look at this, actually. Come on. Copy. Paste. Melvin Dummer. Huh. He was a Utah man who gained attention when he claimed to have saved reclusive business tycoon Howard Hughes in the Nevada desert in 1967 and to have been awarded part of Hughes' vast estate. Dummer's claims resulted in a series of court battles that all ended with rules against Dummer. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a couple things I want to say, but I'm not going to say it on camera. But what a scumbag. Like, if he was lying, if he was truthful, then that sucks, but I don't think he was. You know, Utah people, well. Anyway, 1979, the one right after what you just read.
1979. Where?
The source.
1979, the source. Computer Public Information Service goes online.
All right. Cool. Moving on up into the 80s, in 1982, U.S. President Ronald Reagan addressed the British Parliament in his Ash Heap of History speech. Ash Heap of History speech. Huh. Take a look at that here. Why am I inept today? In a speech to the British House of Commons, President Reagan later responded that freedom and democracy will leave Marxism and Leninism in the ash heap of history. Yeah, it will. You know, right now we are fighting that war. 1983, Trading Places, the U.S. comedy film, was released. That's a good movie.
I like that movie.
It's a good movie. So, let's go to Queens.
Also, in the same universe, Coming to America is also there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Got the two rich people are homeless in that one.
Oh yeah, oh my god, dude. Oh wow, like you have no idea, like the donut brain I just experienced. I was thinking of Coming to America when I said Trading Places. I forgot Trading Places was with what was that? That was Eddie Murphy, right?
Eddie Murphy, and he was in both movies.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Huh.
He gave him that bag, give him the empty bag with money in it. And they fucking lose it. Like, yo, we're back.
But yo, that's true. Like, in Coming to America, they find the Winthorpe brothers homeless and impoverished on a street corner or something. Yes, I remember that.
And he had the money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, 1983 as well. Carlos Vieira began his 191-hour non-stop cycling in Leiria, Portugal. Non-stops in quotations because, of course, you have to stop to, eat, drink, go to the restroom, rest.
Yep.
So, but still, impressive.
Hey, speaking of Trading Places and another actor from it. 1984.
I know. Well, it's your turn. You get to talk about Ghostbusters.
1984, Ghostbusters, American supernatural comedy film directed and produced by Ivan Reitman, starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Eugene Hudson, premieres.
All right. Rick Moranis, isn't he the one who passed away?
He's alive.
He's alive?
He hasn't been in the silver screen because he decided to take over once his at the house as his wife got a cancer diagnosis.
Oh, I thought
Became
he
a dad.
died.
Oh, he's alive. Harold
Oh.
Ramis is dead.
Okay.
The guy who played Egon.
Well, I know he's dead. Like,
No, man, Rick Moranis is still alive.
okay, because Rick Moranis, he played the dad in Honey I Shrunk the Kids and that whole series.
Yes.
He played Black Helmet Man in Spaceballs. He played what was the other role that I had that I've forgotten? All right, well, I thought he was dead, but I guess not.
He's still alive.
Huh. Well, this seems to be movie day because you got another one in 1984 as well.
Also in 1984, Gremlins, American comedy horror film, is released. That's a good movie.
All right. And then boom, boom, boom. Look at that. You have another 84.
Damn. Which one?
The last 84.
1984, homosexuality is declared legal. Oh, never mind. I thought that was bad.
No, it's
Never
good.
mind. I'm paying attention. 1984, homosexuality is declared legal in the state of New South Wales, Australia.
Wow. That recent. Yikes. Like, the thought of being gay as an illegality, like, that blows my brain. Like, wow. The world used to really be that bad. Well, it's still bad. It's actually kind of worse. In some aspects, better in others. But anyway, we're going to move on up to 1987. Actually, no, 1986. Alleged Nazi Kurt Waldheim was elected president of Australia. Yikes.
Austria.
Austria. Austria. I put in an L where I shouldn't have. And 1 year later, 1987, New Zealand's Labour government legislates against nuclear weapons and nuclear-powered vessels in New Zealand. Only nation to legislate against nuclear power in all forms. Impressive. Cool. And 1 year later, 1988, Nippon Airways announced that painting eyeballs on jets cut bird collisions by 20%. Yeah. So I wonder if that would still work. You know? Anyway, Mr. Sowen, let's get back to you. 1989. Got some sports history here.
Yeah, 1989. Pirates scored 10 in their best inning since 1942. Prompts Pirates broadcaster Jim Rooker to say he would walk from Pitts to Philadelphia if Pirates lost. Phillies beat them 15-11. Rooker walks at the end of the season.
Ah. All right. And then, let's see here. 1991, Warren, wherever that is. Wow, it's down there a bit. The one directly above the Music City News Awards.
Okay. Or I'll see it.
Like, there's a French Open Women's Tennis, and then there's a Music City News Awards. It's the second one inside there between them.
I see it. 1991, Warren Shuffle is the first non-American to win NCAA Division I golf title.
All right. And then 1992, New York.
New York Yankees pitcher Steve Howe is banned from baseball for the 7th time.
Wow. Just kick him out already. 7 times? Like, hold on a second. Time out. Like, it's baseball. Isn't it 3 strikes and you're out? How come he has like 2 times 2 in another one? What the hell? Like,
What the hell?
that's just get rid of him, dude. 7 times, really? Yikes. 1996, Panama. Where is Panama? Oh, it's down a little bit. Just after another French Open women's tennis.
Yeah. 1996, Lloyd and Trisher complete 358 stand for 4th Wiki Lancers versus Exus.
I think that's wicket. I think that's cricket. So
Yes.
cricket wicket. but the one after that is actually where I was aiming at.
1996, Panama becomes a member of the Berne Convention Copyright Treaty.
All right. Berne Convention Copyright Treaty. Let's take a look at that. The Berne Convention for the Protection of Literacy and Artistic Works, or Literary and Artistic Works, usually known as the Berne Convention, was an international assembly held in 1886 in the Swiss city of Bern. Actually, yeah. By 10 European countries with the goal to agree on a set of legal principles for the protection of original work. And Panama became part of that. That's interesting. So, let's add that into the underbar section there.
Yeah.
1996 as well, Revival. Oh, there you go.
1996 revival of the legendary procession of Lady Godiva, God Gifu, naked through Coventry, England.
That reminds me of that one scene from Game of Thrones. Shame! Cling, 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 shame! Like, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I've seen clips and I'm aware of the memes. So, what else do we have? Let's move on up into 2004 here. Which one? Oh, here we go. The only 2004.
Oh, shit. 2004, transit of Venus between Earth and Sun occurs. No shit between the Earth and the Sun.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up to 2007, Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia was hit by the state's worst storms and flooding in 30 years, resulting in the death of 9 people and the grounding of trade ship, the MV Pasha Bulker. Huh.
A name like that, I would fucking ground it.
Yeah. And then 2008, the Akihabara massacre took place on the Sunday pedestrian zoned Shurodori Street. A man killed 7 in an attack on a crowd using a truck and a dagger. Yikes.
God. This man must have rammed in and then started going all John Wick style with a dagger.
Yeah. In 2009, the first section of the elevated High Line Park, built on an old railway, opened in New York from Gainsborough Street to the 20th Street.
Sounds like a skate park.
No, I think it's like a walking, like open air area type of thing. Like, yeah, that's exactly what I've seen videos about this. They converted an above ground railroad bridge into like a long, narrow park area type thing. So there's like a central walkway, and then there's like, you know, greenery on either side, plants, bushes, trees, flowers, stuff like that. I'm looking at images right here, and it looks really cool. There's benches, you know, and it's not a straight path. Like, looks really interesting. I'd like to take a tour of that area. Anyway, moving on up into 2017, the United Nations.
Yeah. 2017 British general election results in a hung parliament. Prime Minister Theresa May and the Conservative Party lose their majority.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
Shit. This next one is straight up like propaganda and lies, so I don't even want to read that.
2017 ex-FBI Chief James Comey testifies to a Senate committee that the U.S. President Donald Trump told lies, plain and simple.
Yeah, no, that's a lie.
Where's your proof?
That's a lie. So.
You say it, but where's your proof?
Yep. The one after that is what I had my eyes on, though.
Also, 2017 U.S. States Islamic State forces have shot and killed hundreds of fleeing civilians during Battle of Mosul, Iraq, in past 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the UN, not the U.S., United Nations. So right there, once again, Israel is an aggressive imperialist nation. People, open your eyes. Stop letting them hide behind the Holocaust to justify everything they do. You know? So. Anyway, 2018, IMF agreed to lend Argentina up to $50 billion. Whoa, what is IMF? International Monetary Fund? What is that? IMF. Yeah, International Monetary Fund. Okay. So $50 billion to Argentina. On the same calendar date as Argentina demanding Eichmann be released. I don't think Argentina deserves that money. A bunch of Nazi housers. So, and then moving on up into 2018, WhatsApp rumors of child kidnappers in India prompt 2 men to be beaten to death by a mob in Karbi Angal district, Assam. Well, I mean, if they were guilty, then yes, I'm happy that that happened to them. If they weren't, that really sucks. So, and then in 2018 as well, the world's most powerful supercomputer Summit can process 200,000 trillion calculations per second, launched at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee by IBM and NVIDIA. 200,000 trillion calculations per second. I can't even comprehend that number. That is absolutely insane. Oh. But anyway, Mr. Sohan.
Yes.
Why don't you wrap us up by taking the last 5? We have 2020, the first 2020 actually.
Sure. 2020, former astronaut Kathy Sullivan is the first woman to reach the deepest of the ocean, Challenger Deep in the Marianas Trench, formerly the first American woman to spacewalk.
Oh, wow. So, first U.S. female to spacewalk, and then first female ever in the Marianas Trench. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, 2020, lockdowns for COVID-19 in Europe saved 3 million lives, according to study by Imperial College London. Yeah, because they weren't getting stabbed.
Yeah, that sounds like a BS lie. More propaganda in order to push
No,
the narrative.
they weren't getting stabbed. That's why it saved lives.
Oh, well, probably. That's why I'm saying, like, you know, saying that the lockdowns due to COVID is what saved lives. That's the lie. That's what I believe is propaganda. So, but anyway, the one right after that, National Bureau.
Also, 2020, National Bureau of Economics Research announces the U.S. officially enters recession in February, ending the longest expansion of growth since 1854, 11 years.
Wow. Dang.
Also, 2020, New York begins reopening after 100 days of lockdown due to COVID-19, with just 702 hospitalized, 25 at peak outbreak. Okay, good.
Yeah, more propaganda. So, I'm going to wrap us up with these last 2 here. 2020 as well, the Philippines says children will not go back to school until a vaccine is found for the Kung Flu. A very bad idea. And then 1 year later, 2021, National Geographic announced it is officially recognizing the South Ocean as the world's 5th ocean. But weren't there 7 seas? Like, weren't there already, like, 7 oceans? Like how did we go down to 5? Like, I don't know. Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things OMNI Coalition, which in itself includes
Showing TV on Twitch.
Yep, for your dose of passive and daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 12 Mountain,
1 Central,
and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all of you and all of us, I am Ayo Xander. Sohan?
I said Sohan.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. And of course, you, viewer, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!